everybody, and welcome to Comparing and Ordering Fractions. First thing you're going to need is your math scribblers, because in your math scribbler, you have actually already cut and glued a fraction chart. You heard me. You've already done it. So you might as well get that out when you are working with fractions, because it's really going to help you visualize and see what the fractions look like so that you can compare them. It's going to look similar to this, but bigger. It has more fractions on it. So we are going to look at, in this example, 3 fractions. We want to look at them. We want to compare them. Then we want to order them from least to greatest. Least to greatest. So the smallest part shaded to the most shaded. Okay? So the smallest to the biggest. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to show this using these manipulatives here. First thing I want to do is I want to represent, so create 1/3. So I only need 1, so I can take 2 of these away, the rest of them away, put them down here. Now I need to create 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. I can remove the extra pieces. And the last fraction is 7/10. So I'm going to count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to take the rest away. And we'll move them down so we don't get confused here. All right, so now that we've created them, and I have the 1 up here, the whole, to represent the whole, just so that we can keep in mind that all of these strips represents one whole. All right, so 1/3, 3/4, and 7/10 right here. Now we want to order them from least to greatest. So smallest amount shaded to the biggest amount shaded. We're able to do that now by just looking at what we've done. So by looking at this here, I can right away see that 1/3 has the smallest amount shaded. So I'm going to write 1/3 first. Least to greatest. The next one is 3/4 here, and then 7/10. Well, I noticed that 7/10 isn't quite as much as 3/4. So 7/10 is actually my next biggest, which then leaves 3/4 as the biggest fraction here. Now I can double check that and I can say, okay, looking at this picture, which one is the largest? Well, I know 3/4 is the largest, it's the greatest, so it should be here. Good. What is the next largest fraction? Looking at it here, which is 7/10, and I have that one next. And then the smallest is 1/3. Make sure when you are comparing and ordering fractions, and I know that I've mentioned this to you, 5G, is that you are using the same model to compare. It gets confusing when you use things like fraction circles to compare, because they're not the same length, they're not the same width, and it does make it very confusing. So if you're going to use fraction circles, you're going to use fraction circles to show all of the fractions you're comparing. If you're going to use fraction bars, you're going to make sure that you use fraction bars to compare all of the fractions that you're using. All right? And so I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed my makeshift board with my fridge. And let me know if you have any questions.